From the 1011 Now streaming studio, this is 1011's Morning Pulse.
Sponsored by Murray Roofing.
Good morning. This is Craig Allison with your Morning Pulse for Friday, August 29th. Our first story this morning, you know it, last night, Arrowhead Stadium turned into Memorial Stadium South as Nebraska captured the win in the season opener against Cincinnati. Mark it down as another game for Nebraska offense, putting up over 300 yards, and while the Bearcats ran the ball for over 200, Blackshirt secondary shined at Arrowhead, locking down Cincinnati's passing game and holding them to just 69 yards in the air. When it comes to Nebraska's offense, Dylan Raiola played one of the more efficient games in recent memory. Raiola completing roughly 70% of his passes, throwing 2 touchdowns and no interceptions. Final score 20-17. We have quite a lot of sports coverage on this, from the game to the fans' reaction and more. You can just head over to our app, 1011 Now, or 1011now.com, or Roku, where we're streaming. Your second story in news. Repairs at the Nebraska State Penitentiary housing unit are moving forward following the historic August 9th storm. Nearly 400 inmates were moved to the temporary housing because of the storm damage. Authorities say roof repairs are complete, but work on the damaged interior dormitories is still ongoing. NDCS says they hope to have the repaired housing units at least partially occupied by September 15th. Your third story, in the sentencing in a 1969 Saunders County cold case. For the last decade, one investigator pursued leads and gathered evidence that pointed towards Joseph Ambrose as the prime suspect in the killing of 17-year-old Mary Kay Hesse. A day after Ambrose pled to a far lesser charge, Ted Green retired, but says he still isn't finished with the case since Ambrose will be out of prison by November. Hesse's family wanted a trial, but the Saunders County attorney says with complex rules for trial, witnesses gone, and memories fading, that Ambrose being found guilty of conspiracy to commit murder brings justice. Your fourth story, each of the 11 days of the Nebraska State Fair has a theme, and Thursdays was FFA Day. FFA, or Future Farmers of America, is a student organization that is agriculture and leadership based. However, the main part of FFA that you can see on display at the Nebraska State Fair is the students who spent hours raising and caring for animals, whether it's a chicken, sheep, or steer. Hundreds of FFA members from the Panhandle to the northeast corner of the state prepare all year for their respective county fairs, then state fair, to show off their hard work. And wrapping things up, you know it, Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce turned heads at last night's game at Arrowhead Stadium, making their first public appearance since announcing their engagement. Although Arrowhead is Kelce's NFL home turf, this time he was in the stands to support his alma mater, Cincinnati, against Nebraska. Sporting Bearcat gear, Kelce had been looking forward to the matchup, while Swift kept her outfit neutral without repping either school. But this is really unique because Swift and Kelce began dating in September of 2023 when she first attended one of his Kansas City Chiefs games, so basically right there in the same spot. Nearly 2 years later, they're celebrating their engagement on college football's biggest stage. That is your Morning Pulse for this Friday morning, and we'll wrap things up with a look at your 7-day forecast, looking more like false fall.
You've been listening to 1011's Morning Pulse. Watch, listen, stream on the 1011 Now app, on YouTube, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Sponsored by Murray Roofing.